Okay, so I'm about to get the night. It's a good way to start the video, I guess. Oh, wow. I'm actually just off. Alright, so we'll get down to it later on. Thanks everybody for tuning in. My name is Nick, and this is a video about Prison Empire Tycoon, and specifically about the Iron Fortress event. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I want to thank Cody Games for making the game, and I want to give a shout out to my fellow YouTubers Swill Gaming Plus, Stever at Only Mobile Games, and Game Hopping, all of whom inspired me to make this video. Nobody's really made a video about like a tutorial for the Iron Fortress, so I'm going to try to do that for you, and we're going to see me get the knight here right near the end of the event. So when you start out the Iron Fortress, you're going to have $5,000. You're going to have only 4 cells in your first cell module, and other minimal gear. Now the first thing that I do is I start building another cell, which I believe costs $3,000, and then I come over here and I build all 4. Well, you start with 1, so I build the other 3 admission desks, because the faster you get prisoners in, the faster they're working for you. The next thing that I do is I start building all of the things that don't require electricity or water in your cells. Upgrade the bed, make the desk, the wardrobe, the bookshelf, the armchair, and the harmonica. The only thing that I avoid is the boxing bag. And that's because, as you can see, it gives you happiness, which a lot of the things do, but at the expense of hygiene. And hygiene is hard to come by until you get the laundry built. So I never build them. That's actually one of the 3 things I never build in the Iron Fortress, and it really seems to help. After you've done those things, take a look around and make sure you don't neglect things like the maintenance room, which helps your janitors work faster. Over here is the guard room, which will help the health, the attack, and the speed, and also the awareness of all your guards. But before you start messing with any of those, I come up here to the kitchen, because when you first look at the kitchen, if you can see, my current serving is 11 health and 29 hunger. But when you start off, it's actually -1 health and 5 hunger. So it actually makes your prisoners sick when you eat, like it reduces their health. So what you need to do is you need to up the sink or the smoke extractor, and eventually the fridge will give you more health as well. But just try to get those out of the negative and into the positive at first. Now you only get 12 prisoners in your first module, so you really only need 1 table. But in your dining hall, I do build the camera and the metal detector to try to help out there. And then down here, I max out the bleachers, and I build the bench press, the pull-up bars, the push-up bars, and I get a level of the tower, because you want to give the prisoners a different variety of things to do. And all of these help increase their health as well, even though it does reduce their hygiene. But they're only out in the yard for an hour or 2, so it's not as big a deal as having the boxing bag in their room all the time. So now you're out of the beginning of the game, and then we're going to start building up the amount of money that we need to open up the wood shop. But don't build all 6 of the woodworking saws at once, because if you do, that's 6 out of your 12 guys that are going to be working there, and it takes a lot out of them. So you're better off building only 4 of the saws and all of the accessories, plus of course the metal detector, and then using the profits that you make from the workshop to increase the level of the saws. That will help keep your guys from fighting as much. It'll keep them from needing to be medevaced or evacuated due to stress. You'll see sometimes if you overbuild in the workshops, you'll have guys fighting before they even leave or when they leave. But if you keep it down to 4, you won't have that problem, especially if you don't build them the boxing bags like I suggested. After the carpentry workshop and they start, really paying for themselves, then what you're going to do is you're going to save up the money to build your second cell module. And when you build that second cell module, before you do that, you're also going to want to add your extra builders so that you can build that stuff faster. And make sure you don't forget to put the second table in here in your dining hall so that you can accommodate the extra prisoners there. Once that module's built, you'll save up enough money to start building the bathroom facilities and start working on the cells at the same time, because if you time it right, you'll have the bathroom built by the time all the cells are built, and you won't be losing a lot to your hygiene. Once you have that second cell module finished out, then you can finish off the other two table saws in here, and that'll give you a really good boost while you're building up the money to build your third cell module. Also during that time, what I tend to do is, I build the laundry, which will finally get your hygiene under control and your comfort. I'll max out the maintenance room, I'll max out the guard room, and I'll max out everything in the prison yard with the exception of the thunder cage. I'll leave the thunder cage at 3 because those last ones are pretty expensive, and I'd rather get more guys than build the thunder cage for happiness. So you get all the money that you need for your third cell module, you start building that one, you do it the same way as you did the other one. You build your third table in your dining hall. You should have all these built up because you did that when you were doing the guard room and the laundry room. And once your third module is built, then you'll build the metallurgy shop. And you just start building all those lathes up. You can do all 6 of those because you'll have a good ratio of workers to prisoners at that point in time, so you can build them all. Then once you have all of those built up, you'll save the money that you need for the 4th cell module. And then after the 4th cell module, you build your infirmary, and you should be good to go. So that's the basics for how I make sure I get my legendary character every time. Let's see where we're at. Alright, we're only a couple hours away, a couple of game hours away. So, let me sport the other 2 things that I never build while we're waiting for these guys to come so you can see me get the night. If you can see in my bathrooms, I've built up all of the showers, but I don't build the wash basins or the toilets. Now, the reason for that, if you watch this, if you build it like that first, if you have a full complement of 12 in your cell, when they come back here to use the washroom facilities, they'll fill up the showers first before they start using the sink or the toilet. So you'll have 6 in the showers, you'll have 1 each in the other 2, you'll have 4 waiting outside. Now, because the showers take 15 seconds and the other ones take 5, the other ones will cycle again, but the last 2 guys will actually go back to the showers, so you'll get 8 people run through the showers, and you'll only get 4 go through the sink or the toilet. So you'll actually get a better boost to your hygiene if you don't build the other sinks and the other toilets. So those are the 3 things I don't build in the Iron Fortress. I don't build the boxing bags, I don't build extra toilets, and I don't build extra wash basins. And I have very low incidence of medevacs. I have very low incidence of fighting outside of these 2 workshops. And overall, I don't have a lot of people end up in the infirmary. Alright, here we are. 5:30. We should get another group of prisoners released at 7:30-ish. And then you guys can see me get the night. And that will leave me with only 1 more to go. The last one that I'll be shooting for will be Herbert Commando. And as you can see, I've built up 1,670 gems so far. It seems as if the best bang for your buck as far as the suitcases go is the expert chest. But actually, the event chest, I did the math on it. The event chest is better than the advanced chest, and you have a chance of getting a pass key. So, if you like collecting cards, and you don't mind the fact that you're not going to get any of the epic cards, then the event chest is actually not a bad way to go. Alright, it's 8 o'clock. I should be getting my prisoners released. I've been waiting for this guy. I missed him the first time around. Here they come. Boom. 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 And there he is. Unlock the night. Very good. Alright, so that's proof that you can do it without the ad shredder. You can do it without the key. I didn't even play all that hard, honestly. If I played harder, I could have gotten a 45 before the end of the event. But that's me, folks. Like I said, if you have any questions, definitely leave a comment. Like this video, and subscribe if you want to see more content. Have a great night, guys. Peace.